Birth: Christian II of Denmark. He was born the 1st of July 1481 and died the 25th of January. Christian was born at Nyberg Castle in 1481. He was the son of King John and his wife Christina of Saxony. In 1515 he married Isabella of Austria, granddaughter of Maximilian I, Holy Roman Emperor. 3 of their 6 children survived infancy. He was a Scandinavian monarch. He reigned as King of Denmark and Norway from 1513 until 1523, and of Sweden from 1520 until 1521. From 1513 to 1523, he was Duke of Schleswig and Holstein in joint rule with his uncle Frederick. Denmark was then an elective monarchy, in which the nobility elected the new king from among the sons of close male relations of the previous monarch, who had to share his power with them. He came into conflict with the Danish nobility when he was forced to sign a charter more strict than any previous to ensure his access to the throne. In 1523, his uncle deposed him and took the thrones as Frederick I. Christian was exiled to the Netherlands, ruled by his brother-in-law, the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V. After attempting to reclaim the thrones in 1531, he was arrested and held in captivity for the rest of his life. As a captive, he was treated well, and as he grew older, he was gradually given more freedom. He died aged 77, outliving his uncle and his cousin King Christian III. Death: Allan Pinkerton. He was born the 25th of August 1819 and died the 1st of July 1884. He was a Scottish-American detective and spy, best known for creating the Pinkerton National Detective Agency. He was born in Glasgow, Scotland, to William Pinkerton and his wife Isabel McQueen on August 25, 1819. He left school at the age of 10 and was largely self-educated. He was a lifelong atheist. He secretly married Joan Carefree, then a singer in Glasgow, on the 13th of March 1842. They emigrated to the United States in 1842. He first got interested in criminal detective work while wandering through the wooden groves around Dundee. He came across a band of counterfeiters. After observing their movements for some time, he informed the local sheriff, who arrested them. This later led to Pinkerton being appointed in 1849 as the first police detective in Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. When the Civil War began, he served as head of the Union Intelligence Service during the first 2 years. heading off an alleged assassination plot in Baltimore, Maryland, while guarding Abraham Lincoln on his way to Washington, D.C. His agents often worked undercover as Confederate soldiers and sympathizers to gather military intelligence. He himself served on several undercover missions as a Confederate soldier using the alias Major E.J. Allen. He died in Chicago on July 1st, 1844. It is usually said he slipped on a pavement and bit his tongue, resulting in gangrene. Contemporary reports say he succumbed to a stroke or to malaria. In 1862, Princess Alice of the United Kingdom, second daughter of Queen Victoria, married Prince Louis of Hesse, the future Louis IV, Grand Duke of Hesse. Alice was engaged to Prince Louis of Hesse on the 30th of April 1861, following the Queen's consent. Although an arranged marriage orchestrated by the bride's father, Albert, Prince Consort, the couple did have a brief period of courtship and wed willingly. The Queen persuaded the Prime Minister, Lord Palmerston, to vote Alice a dowry of £30,000. Today that's the equivalent of 2.75 million. Although the amount was considered generous at the time, Prince Albert remarked, "She will not be able to do great things with it in the little realm of Hesse compared to the riches that her sister Victoria would inherit as future Queen of Prussia and German Empress." Between the engagement and the wedding, Alice's father, Prince Albert, died on the 14th of December 1861. Despite the Queen's grief, she ordered that the wedding should continue as planned. On the 1st of July 1862, Alice and Louis were married privately in the dining room of Osborne House, which was converted into a temporary chapel. She wore a half-high dress with a deep flounce of Henton lace, a veil of the same, and a wreath of orange blossom and myrtle. It was a simple style and not embellished with a court train. Queen Victoria later confided in her daughter, the Princess Royal Vicky, that the wedding of poor Alice had been more like a funeral. The ceremony, described as the saddest royal wedding in modern times, was over by 4 p.m. and the couple set off for their honeymoon at St. Clair, a house lent to them by the Vernon Harcourt family. Alice was careful not to displease the Queen after her marriage when the Queen visited the couple at St. Clair. Alice tried not to appear too happy. Despite this, Alice's displays of romantic bliss made the Queen jealous of her daughter's happiness. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, click the like button and please subscribe. Thank you.